Before we begin, if you love true stories of people who rise from nothing, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us tell more powerful stories like this one. Now, let's begin. He was small, skinny, quiet, and born in the middle of a war that destroyed everything around him. This is the story of Luka Modrić, a boy who grew up running from bombs, only to rise and become one of the greatest midfielders in the history of football. A story that proves one thing: you can be broken by life, or you can become unbreakable. Childhood in war, the beginning of chaos. Luka Modrić was born in 1,985 inches, a small village called Modrici, Croatia. His childhood should have been peaceful, but destiny had a darker plan. When Luka was just 6 years old, the Croatian War of Independence exploded across the country. Tanks rolled into villages, people fled their homes, bombs echoed across the mountains, and the Modric family was caught in the middle of hell. Luka's grandfather, the man he loved more than anything, was executed by enemy soldiers just a few meters from the family home. Luka was too young to understand what death meant, but he understood pain. After their grandfather was killed, the Modric family had to flee. They became refugees, homeless, lost. For months, they lived in hotels and refugee centers, surrounded by fear, hunger, and uncertainty. Every night, Luka fell asleep to the sound of explosions. Every day, he woke up, knowing the world around him was falling apart. But even in the middle of war, the little boy found one thing that made him feel alive: a football, a tiny ball he kicked in parking lots, hotel corridors, and empty spaces behind refugee shelters. He had no proper shoes, no teammates, no football field, just a child running from trauma, trying to escape into a dream. The world saw a refugee, but he saw a future. People around him saw a quiet, shy, skinny boy. Someone too small, too weak, too gentle to ever become a footballer. But Luka had something they couldn't see: a heart that refused to give up, a fire stronger than fear. When the war finally slowed, Luka joined a small football school. There were no real facilities, no proper coaches, just a group of kids trying to rebuild their lives. But everyone noticed one thing: Luka never stopped moving. Never stopped running, never stopped believing. Coaches said, "He's too weak, he's too small, he will never make it." But Luka didn't care, because he knew the truth. He had already survived things stronger men couldn't. Football was the easy part, rejection after rejection. As Luka grew older, he faced rejection after rejection. Clubs refused him, talent scouts ignored him. People laughed at the idea that this skinny refugee boy could ever become a professional. Dinamo Zagreb, the biggest club in Croatia, invited him for trials. But the youth coaches didn't want him. Too fragile, too weak, no physical strength. But one man saw what others missed: his technique, his vision, his heart. He believed Luka had something money couldn't buy. And finally, Luka got his chance. The rise begins, but pain continues. At Dinamo Zagreb, Luka became stronger. He trained twice as hard as others because he knew he wasn't just playing football. He was fighting for his family's future. He was sent on loan to small clubs. No glamour, no spotlight, only hard work. But he grew. He evolved. He became unstoppable. When he returned to Dinamo, he became the heartbeat of the midfield. He won titles, he became the best player in the country, and Europe began to notice. Tottenham, the breakthrough. In 2008, Luka Modrić joined Tottenham Hotspur. In the Premier League, a league where strength matters more than anything. Again, people doubted him. He's too light, he won't survive in England. But Luka did what he always did. He proved them wrong. His passes controlled games. His intelligence outplayed stronger opponents. He became one of the best midfielders in England. And then came the dream move. The Real Madrid era, the making of a legend. In 2012, Luka Modric joined Real Madrid. His first months were difficult. Fans criticized him. Media called him the worst signing of the season. But Luka had been doubted his entire life. This was nothing new. And slowly, the magic began. He became the architect of the midfield, the brain of the team, the silent genius who made football look like art. With Real Madrid, he won Chung Champions League, multiple La Liga titles, the FIFA Best Player Award, UEFA Player of the Year, and in 2018, the Ballon d'Or. He broke the 10-year Messi-Ronaldo dominance. A refugee boy, a child of war, a kid everyone said was too small. He became the best player in the world, the spirit of a warrior World Cup hero. In 2018, Luka led Croatia, a country of only 4 million people, to the World Cup final. He didn't just play football, he commanded the field, he carried a nation. Croatia didn't win the trophy, but Luka won the hearts of the world. He was named World Cup Golden Ball winner, the best player of the entire tournament. Legacy, the unbreakable boy. Today, Luka Modric is not just a football legend, he is a symbol of resilience, a reminder that strength is not in muscles, it is in heart. He still supports children in refugee camps. He donates money quietly. He helps youth academies in Croatia. And he continues to play with the joy of a child who once kicked a ball behind a refugee hotel. Luka Modric's life tells us, you can come from war. You can come from fear. You can come from nothing. But if you refuse to give up, nothing in this world can stop you. This is Luka Modric, the boy who escaped war to become a king. 0 to millions, real stories, real inspiration.